Hi, I'm Janet Allison, founder of Boys Alive. I'm an author, an educator, and a family coach. I love working with parents, helping parents understand their boys even more and themselves too along the way. Allison, thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me.
You're the mom of two boys, 6 and 4. And what's your question today?
My question is my 6-year-old, both boys are in Montessori, but my 6-year-old has been in Montessori for 3 years now. He was in primary for 2 years, and this year he's in elementary, which is first through third grade. And he is having a very hard time this year. He kind of had a hard time the last 2 years, but it was somehow different. I think with first grade comes a whole different set of social expectations, and he hasn't been able to make friends. He has had a hard time listening. He, gets up and gets around. He's been hitting kids. He's had a couple problems like that. And the last week he was sent home twice for different issues. And my question is, if if Montessori is not working for him, I'm not sure what kind of school will.
Hmm.
I have a couple of friends who teach in the public schools and have told me that, Charlie is very bright. He's a very smart kid. He's funny, he's charismatic, but he's a little nutty. And they have told me that he would probably be put in special ed classes in a public school, which is why we've never sent them, because we kind of thought the same thing.
Hmm.
But now with him getting in trouble at the Montessori school, um, it makes me wonder if there is a school out there that's right for him. If this is it, if we
Yeah.
need to tough this out, if we need to look somewhere else. It's been really hard for us.
Yeah, I can see that. It is really hard. And you are not alone in having this struggle with boys and school. So there's a couple of things that I want to kind of lay as a foundation. And that is one of them is context. We have taken, generationally, we've taken boys and we brought them in from the farm where they had chores before school. They had, they walked, they ran, they biked to school, they goofed around in the woods before they got to school. They expended energy before they were brought into the classroom. Now, the idea of a classroom is only about 200 some years old that we decided, oh, this is the best way that children learn. And we put in Montessori, I know there's more mixed age classes, but in regular school, we have all the 7-year-olds in the same classroom doing the same thing at the same time. It's really expecting. I mean, as adults, how would we be with that? Not very good. So we expect this way of being for our children, and boys especially feel the pressure of the box that we have put them in. And so part of it is having doing things at home to help him. Part of it is educating the teachers about active boys and needing to have breaks to go outside and run a lap and come back in. The importance of having water, lots of things to create an active environment in the classroom. And that's a big ticket item. That's a lot to change in a little bit of time. It's important to know that about 93% of elementary age teachers are female. And there's a whole lot of females out there that intuitively get boys, but there's a whole lot of females who don't. And so they're, again, putting him in this box, in this context of sit still, listen, and learn. And it doesn't fit, especially for a very active boy like yours. So what are you going to do? You need to make sure that he has opportunities to move before he gets into the classroom. So, you bike to school, you walk to school, park 6 blocks away and walk. Um, One of the things I love is having a mini trampoline in your house.
That is on the Christmas list.
Is it? Yay!
I think actually it might have been on. I think it was on your Facebook website, and I was
Yeah,
like, we got to do that for him. So
right.
we are getting one.
Good. And that's the private Facebook group that anyone can be a member of. You just have to ask. And if you Google on Facebook, if you search for Boys Alive supporting parents and teachers, you'll find it. And please ask to join the group because we're having a whole lot of fun there, and we help each other. So definitely a mini trampoline. I'm glad to hear that's on the list. Yeah. So it's really looking at the context that your boy is in. And I believe that, it may be okay, and yet, open up your eyes a little bit bigger. Montessori, the classrooms I've observed, there's lots of movement, and that's great. There's also a lot of activity, and I don't want to say clutter, but there's tables and chairs and shelves and lots going on, and that may feel too confining for him. Boys need a lot of space. They need a lot of space to play. They need a lot of space, when they do an activity at a table, if they're sitting with a girl, the girl will have this corner and the boy will have the rest of the table. You know,
I've seen that.
so you've witnessed that. So recognizing all of these things are causing him stress, okay? And how then to alleviate some of that stress. Part of that is having access to water all the time. We build up cortisol and adrenaline in our system. So if he's had a rough morning, or if teachers asked him to do something he doesn't want to do, he's in fight or flight mode. Yeah, yeah.
We had that discussion too.
Yeah. So make sure he has full access to water, because that dilutes those stress chemicals in his system within 5 minutes, rather than having them stay in his body for up to 2 hours.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. So I know that's a quick little overview of a couple of things, but really looking at what's the activity level before he gets to school, burn off some of that energy before he gets to school. Helping the teachers, I do a lot of professional development. I've done work with Montessori teachers here in Portland, and happy to travel, happy to do professional development with teachers, because they don't know this either. They don't know this either. It's not widely talked about in teacher training. So helping them understand the different ways that boys learn and that girls learn, and how to work with that
And his
is
teacher
really
is
important.
extremely open. She has said, if you bring me the resources, if his doctor
Awesome.
says anything, I mean, she's a great teacher. She's very open.
That's awesome. Yeah, yeah. And so to work with that, and to help him understand that he's an active little boy, and it's okay that, that he's not bad and he's not wrong for getting sent home from school. And that you're his mama, and you're going to help things get better for him, help the context, the environment around him get better. Yeah. Yeah, and we can continue to work further. I'm a family coach, and I am happy to consult nationally and internationally and locally right here in Portland, Oregon. Yeah. Thank you, Allison.
Thank you.
All right. Take good care. Bye.